back, Island Hoppers. Today we're coming to you from Thailand, where we're going to show you the 50 best places for you to visit and explore. We're going to do some island hopping, check out some of the amazing temples, go to the north of Thailand, go to Bangkok, and the south. First up, we're here at Koh Tao, one of the most beautiful islands I have ever been to in the world. I think this one is extremely underrated here in the Gulf of Thailand. The only way to get here is by boat. There is no airport. While here, expect to do plenty of diving, circle island tours, and relaxing on the beach. I could easily spend a week to 10 days here, but because it's your first time, I would suggest doing 3 to 4 days your first go. Accommodation on the island starts at around $50 a night and goes all the way up to around $120. Now here we are at the Reclining Buddha, also known as the Sleeping Buddha, Wat Pho, here in Bangkok. It is gold plated and measures 151 feet long and 50 meters tall, making it the largest reclining Buddha statue in all of Thailand. The temple is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and the entrance price is around 200 baht. That comes out to around 5 US. As you can see, the feet are very interesting as well. So this is really an artistic masterpiece. Now we're headed to Buddha Mountain. This one is located in Pattaya City, which is in Chonburi. There is no entrance fee, so that's really good. Also, as we continue to go around Thailand here, I would like to let you know there are timestamps below in the description so you can bounce around from location to location. Next up is Bangla Road, located in Pattaya Beach on the island of Phuket. This is an incredibly vibrant place for nightlife. I would not recommend bringing kids here as it is a bit of a hectic party zone. In the daytime, it's just a regular road, but at night, this place lights up and becomes absolute mayhem and pandemonium on the street. I have always said this has got to be the biggest party on planet Earth every single night. There is a lot of shows that take place down here, as well as a night market and other activities, so keep that in mind when you're walking around. We will be highlighting the island of Phuket a few times in this video, so this is not going to be the only attraction on that island. All right, now from Phuket in the south, we're going to head to the north. This here is the Chiang Mai Old City. While in the old walled city, you can visit the Phi Gate, Wat Phra Singh. They also have Wat Chetty Leng and several other temples inside here. I personally really enjoyed going to the weekend night market, trying out the variety of foods, and seeing what kind of souvenirs and Thai goods I could pick up while here. Chiang Mai is one of the most historical places in all of Thailand, formerly known as Siam. Now we're going to go up north a bit to the White Temple. This here is in Chiang Mai, an old Buddhist temple. The main reason this is so popular is because of that beautiful color white that it has. It uses mirrors in its design, and people like to take pictures here because it's so exotic and unique. You're not going to see many temples like this anywhere in the world. The temple's open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and costs 50 baht per person. For foreigners, that's around $1.50. And just down the road, staying in Chiang Mai, here we are at the Blue Temple, which is equally as exotic and unique. There is no entrance fee for this one, and it's open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. The temple's color blue actually represents the heavenly heavens of Buddhism. When you visit these Buddhist temples, you should cover your shoulders and your knees just as a matter of respect. So some people like to bring a scarf with them when visiting temples across Asia, especially the Buddhist ones, or a sarong. Now we're headed to Khao Sok Road, which is a place you could pick up a sarong or a scarf here in Thailand. But really, Khao Sok Road is known as a backpacker's dream come true because just like Bangla Road in Phuket, Khao Sok Road is absolutely ruckus on a Friday or Saturday night, but pretty much every night this place gets going and you just walk around the streets here. We're obviously walking around in the daytime, but you come here at night, oh my goodness, this place is rocking. Next up, we're headed down to Trot. That's another province, and this here is Koh Chang. Now, Koh Chang is considered one of the best kept secrets in Thailand in terms of the islands. And you're going to see why when you get here, because beautiful beaches, crystal clear translucent water. It's actually very close to Cambodia, and it is a bit harder to get to because you got to drive about 7 hours from Bangkok, but wow, what a place. When you go to Koh Chang here, don't expect a party scene though. Now we're headed to the next island right next to Koh Chang. This here is Koh Kood, and it's also in the province of Trot in the Gulf of Thailand, nearby Cambodia. So between these two islands, you can easily do them both. But again, don't expect much partying. Most people come here for the nature, the beautiful beaches, the seclusion, and the relaxation. If you didn't want to drive from Bangkok, they do have an airport nearby here called Trot, TDX. You can look it up. And from Trot, we're headed back to Bangkok. This here is the Grand Palace. This is considered the premier palace experience you're going to get anywhere in Thailand. The entrance fee is 500 baht. That comes out to around $15. It's quite expensive by Thailand standards, but it is worth it if you haven't been here. There's also a very strict dress code that you must abide by. Men must wear long pants or a sarong or something to cover up the legs. And the same goes for the ladies, so be sure to cover up when you come here. Now we're headed to the Sanctuary of Truth. This is in Pattaya Beach. This is a wooden temple. It's absolutely amazing. They're still working on it. Construction began in 1981 and it's not expected to be completed until 2025, so it should be coming soon, but still under construction. Because of that, you still have to wear a hard hat when going inside here. The temple incorporates a mix between Ayutthaya Kingdom, Buddhist, and Hindu beliefs. Now, along with temples, Thailand is also known for mega malls. Now, there are a few, but one that stands out to me is going to be Siam Paragon, right here along Sukhumvit Road in Bangkok. There are a few other malls nearby like Icon Siam, Central World, Central Westgate. So Thailand, in my opinion, really stands out with its malls. It's very hot and humid, and people like to go indoors to the malls. Now we're here in Koh Panyee. This is the full moon party island. It happens once a month on the full moon. You go down here and you will see absolute pandemonium, chaos for parties. Lots of people come down here and just rock and roll. This is down on Wat Arun Beach. It faces right out towards the east part of Thailand in the Gulf. So really a beautiful place, smacked right in between Koh Samui and Koh Tao. The entrance fee is around 100 to 200 Thai baht. Now here we are at Pattaya Beach. Pattaya Beach is known as a party place with nice hotels. They also have some island hopping you can do, like going out to Koh Larn Island. Actually, Pattaya Beach is one of the most visited cities in the world alongside Bangkok, so that tells you. Now here we are at the heart of Bangkok. This is Sukhumvit Road. You can walk Sukhumvit Road probably from around Soi 30 all the way to Soi 4. It's loaded with rooftop bars and 5-star hotels. Now we're headed to the most popular temple along the Chao Phraya River. This here is Wat Arun. There is a dress code here, but please dress appropriately. You could see it is an intricate temple and situated right on the river, so you can take a riverboat to get here. I would say this is probably going to be the #1 temple you should add to your list while visiting Bangkok. Now, while in Bangkok, I highly recommend getting a rabbit card and using the Sky Train to get around Bangkok. This is one of the most effective metro systems in the world, but it's also a lot easier to get around Bangkok on a Sky Train than it is to take a taxi or a car. Riding this thing up and down Sukhumvit from malls to the rooftop bars probably will cost you no more than $10 a day. And that's if you spend the whole day traveling around Sukhumvit and exploring, because it's very affordable. Now let's talk about night markets. This here is the Chiang Mai night market. It's one of the most popular night markets you'll find around Thailand, but they also have them in Koh Samui, in places like Fisherman's Village. They have them in Phuket and Old Town. So night markets all across Thailand, something you should do. Just look them up wherever city you're in. This one here, Chiang Mai Night Market, really amazing one. It's a great way to get in touch with the culture, but also trying exotic street foods. That's one of my favorite parts of this. Of course, buying some souvenirs is cool too. Now we're headed over to the ancient city of Ayutthaya. This is about an hour and a half to 2 hours north of Bangkok. This is one of the old capitals of Siam, but it was the Ayutthaya Empire. There was a few different empires that you may want to learn about in Thailand, including the Sukhothai Empire. So just going here and walking around, it's like Thailand Siam Reap or Angkor Wat. It's open Wednesday to Sunday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and it's free. All right, now what we're gonna do is show you around a floating market. This one here is Damwon Sadak. There are several different floating markets across Thailand. Pattaya has one. There's like 3 or 4, big ones around Bangkok. Even if you go north a bit, you're gonna come across some floating markets. It's a place where you go around in a boat and you buy things, everything from food to souvenirs or art, collectibles. All of that can be done right here on a floating boat in a market. There is typically an entrance fee for one of these floating markets, and you're basically paying for the boat. Speaking of boats, we're gonna head down to Khao Sok. This here is just north of Phuket. It's a man-made reservoir in these limestone cliffs and canyons. It is a lake. Remember that it's inland on the peninsula, and there's lots to see and do here. It's very scenic. When you're flying into Phuket, if you look out the window, you'll see it. But this here area is known as Khao Sok National Park. Do not expect any party activity here. It is a nature lover's paradise. Now here we are headed out to the Gulf of Thailand. Again, this is Koh Samui, which is one of the most popular tourist destinations. You have Koh Panyee, Koh Tao, Koh Samui, all side by side, and you have to get there by ferry. Although Koh Samui actually has an airport that you can arrive at. But some of the most famous places here are going to be Cha Wang Beach, Grandmother and Grandfather Rock, and La Mai Beach. Now here we are at Koh Lipe. This is the furthest south tourist destination on the list, right next to Malaysia, nearby Langkawi. You can easily get a ferry boat to go to Langkawi, which is Malaysia's best island, I would say. And here you're gonna find unique rock formations, beautiful laid-back resorts and beaches. So Koh Lipe is seasonal though. During rain season, it's closed mostly. Rain season in Thailand begins around June and extends all the way until November, December. I would say plan for 3 days in Koh Lipe, but it's definitely not a party island, and I say that because some of you are here for the parties, I know. Also, if you guys are enjoying this video so far, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to this channel as we continue to show you around Thailand. Let's keep going. This here is the Similan Islands. It is a protected marine sanctuary just off the coast of Phuket, or really Phang Nga. So right here in the Andaman Sea, off to the west of Thailand. Really a beautiful place. You can see the water is pristine, and it takes about 2 hours to get here by boat. If you love diving, this one along with Koh Tao are probably the two best places for you to go and do some of that diving stuff. Now here we are in Khao Yai. This is probably the best national park in all of Thailand if you love hiking, biking trails, waterfalls, and viewing wildlife, because you're gonna see everything from big cats to elephants. Safaris are popular here. So this place, probably the best national park. For those of you really looking to see some wildlife, monkeys, birds, you name it, that's right here at Khao Yai. Now we're here at Phi Phi Island Viewpoint. This is a popular scenic viewpoint that you'll see in magazines and pictures, and it's right there on the big island of Koh Phi Phi Islands. This is Koh Phi Phi Dawn. You can get hotels and bungalows right there on the beach. Lots of seclusion out here in the Andaman Sea. Really a cool place to be. Now we're headed to Maya Bay, where they filmed the movie The Beach. This is probably the most popular beach in all of Thailand, known around the world. It's become increasingly more difficult to get here as over-tourism has really affected this place. They don't even let you drive boat inside of Maya Bay anymore because they're trying to restore the reef. So you will need a tour to get out here. You can either get a private boat tour, which will cost you around 1,500 Thai baht to go out of Koh Phi Phi Dawn, Tonsai Beach area, or you can go on a group tour, which will be around 1,000 baht. Here we are now on the island of Phuket. This is the Big Buddha. If you go up here, you will see it is still under construction, but for the most part, it is done. Underneath the Buddha is an area where you can talk with monks. It's also probably got some of the best views of Phuket. Now here we are at Erawan National Park, known for waterfalls and nature. There are 7 tiers to this waterfall. It's about 3.5 hours away from Bangkok, nearby Myanmar's border. Now here we are at a cabaret show. This is a very unique activity for people. It might not be for everybody, but they have these cabaret shows in Pattaya, Bangkok, also in Phuket. This one here is called Simon Cabaret. The ticket price is around 22 US. Now here we are at the train market nearby Bangkok. It happens around 6 p.m. when the train comes rolling through here. They pick up everything in the market, and it's a tight squeeze going through here. It's also nearby the Damwon Sadek floating market, so you may consider doing both activities in the same day. So you do the floating market and then the train market right after, and then you head back to Bangkok. It is totally free to walk around the market and watch the train. Now here we are at Phra Nakhon Cave. This is nearby Hua Hin in the mid area of the peninsula, just as it starts to go south. The interesting thing about Phra Nakhon Cave, it's one of the biggest temple caves in the world. So it's a bit of a hike, I found, and it's an adventure getting out here because you have to take a boat to get to the beach where you begin the hike. But like I said, it might not be a hike for everyone. It's a bit difficult. Now here we are in Krabi at Railay Beach. This is one of the most famous beaches in all of Thailand and the world because of the big limestone towering mountain cliffs that you see here. It's also a popular place with people who want to go to the cave restaurant Railay, which is actually at Phra Nang Beach, which is right next to Railay Beach. So if you come out here to this area of Krabi, just keep in mind you have to take a long-tail boat from Ao Nang because there are no roads. Now when the tide goes out, you can actually walk out to the islands, which are a pretty cool experience because when it's high tide, it's not possible to go out there unless you're swimming or taking a kayak. So walking out there changes the whole situation. Now here we are at Hong Island. This is also in Krabi in Phang Nga Bay. It takes about an hour to get here from Krabi, Ao Nang Beach. And another island is James Bond Island, famous for the movie James Bond where he walked up onto the beach. You can see the unique rock formation here. This is about an hour away from Hong Island by boat. It's in between Phuket and Krabi, so you can get to this island either location. If you go to James Bond Island, I recommend you also include 3 or 4 other stops along the way because it's not worth it to come all the way out here just for that. But in that area is Phang Nga, that's the bay, and it's really one of the most impressive sights you'll see anywhere in Thailand, this whole bay, because of the limestone rock spires. And there's actually a unique village here. It's a Muslim village. This is called Koh Panyee. You can walk around here and get lunch typically on one of your tours, and you can see it's a very unique village that's built right here on the side of this island cliff. Because the tide is always rising and then going down again, you can see it's all built on stilts. So depending on the time of day you arrive here, it might be high tide or low tide. And now we're headed back out to the Andaman Sea. This here is Pileh Lagoon. It's one of the more scenic areas around the Phi Phi Islands, I would say. I actually prefer this lagoon over even Maya Bay because you can actually swim here. I would suggest going here in the morning time around 10 or 11 before all the boat traffic does arrive, because these places have really become popular with tourists. For this tour, I would recommend getting a longtail boat and going in there. It's a bit better. Then you have Old Phuket, which is actually an old Chinese and Portuguese village right here on the island of Phuket, facing towards the Andaman Sea. You can get a hotel here and hang out for a couple days, but what I would suggest is just coming down here for one of the night markets. Now here we are back in the north of Thailand. This is Wat Huay Pla Kang. This has also got a big white Buddha statue and a large pagoda. And yeah, this is one of the most impressive temple complexes I saw anywhere in Thailand. It's right here in the north, nearby the Golden Triangle, which is near Laos and Myanmar. So really a popular area up here. Golden Triangle, add that to the list. And from the Golden Triangle in the north, we're headed back down south. This here is Koh Lanta. It is just south of Krabi, north of Koh Lipe. So if you're gonna do Koh Lanta, you might consider arriving into Krabi and doing Koh Lipe and this island at the same time. But you can see laid back nature vibes here. I would say super laid back. So for those of you looking for more peace and quiet, come to Koh Lanta. As you can see, there's like 15 islands in Thailand that are world class. We can make a full video on the islands in Thailand if you guys want. Let us know in the comments what you guys want to see from us. But now let's talk about elephant sanctuaries. So I've been to elephant sanctuaries in Chiang Mai, Chiang Mai. I've been to elephant sanctuaries in Pattaya Beach, around Phuket, of course, Krabi. But yes, this is something popular. You just want to make sure they have humane treatment of the animals. Now, if you've ever wanted to turn yourself into a human drone and get aerial views, you've got to try paragliding. This is mostly done in Patong Beach on Phuket. But you can see an amazing experience. Just make sure when you go up it's not too windy. That's the big risk here. And if you like swimming in natural pools, come on out here to the Emerald Pools in Krabi. It's about an hour drive from Ao Nang, a little bit closer to Krabi town, but really cool to walk around. There's several different areas. They're not quite hot springs, but they aren't cold water. But either way, it's still a fun place to go swimming in a natural pool. The entrance fee is around 200 baht for adults and 100 baht for children. Now here we are at actual hot springs. This is right down the road from the Emerald Pools. But across Thailand, you'll find they have several different areas for hot springs. I actually did a hard-boiled egg in a hot spring near Chiang Mai. So if you get a chance, go visit some of these hot springs. Really relaxing to get in that water. Sometimes it's super hot though, so take consideration when being in there any longer than 10 or 15 minutes. Also, make sure you drink a lot of water before going in one of those. Now let's talk about rooftop bars, rooftop pools. In Bangkok, this is probably the best place you'll go, although in Phuket, they do have rooftop bars. But here at the Hyatt Regency, you have the Marriott has one. But if you go online, do a Google search, there's at least 25 different rooftop bars you'll want to explore in Bangkok. I recommend the open air rooftop bars. Now you have the train over River Kwai. It also has a unique nickname I'm not going to say here, but it's a dangerous train ride, they say. But yeah, train over River Kwai. People take pictures and like to do this for a lot of different reasons, but this is in the northwestern part of Thailand nearby Myanmar. What do you guys say we keep showing you around Thailand? Here we are at Chedi Phak Di Prakat. This is a unique temple right here south of Hua Hin. You can actually come out here and explore. If you're on your way down south, you can stop along the side of the road and go up to the mountain top here. But this is number 50 on the list. If any of these areas caught your attention, we will put links to more in-depth travel guides in the description below. So I would recommend you watching those. Also, you can click a link here at the end for the Bangkok things to do or Phuket things to do. We'll see you